Alright, what is going on, guys? So we are back here on some more Bloons Tower Defense Battles 2, and we're going to be playing in some of the clans here today. So really quick, I do want to say we are currently at 25 out of 25 with our clan, so thank you everybody who commented and requested to join in the clan. I really appreciate it. Also, if you guys do still want to join the clan, what I am going to end up doing is essentially just giving it like a week, maybe a little bit more, give or take. And if there are certain players that are just simply not playing in the clan, what I'm going to end up doing is just kind of kicking those players if they're not playing at all, and then giving the pending requests an opportunity to join into the clan. So I'm not necessarily like gung-ho about like trying to be the best clan in the entire world. However, I do think it would be more, beneficial, obviously, if we had the more people playing, the better. So if there are players in here, like I said, that just go consistent weeks or days without playing anything and their medallions are just at 0. So if I kind of click on this, I know wait, where is it? So I know the season just started today, technically. So there's going to be a bunch of people with 0s on here. For some reason, I can't scroll down on here. But like I said, if like towards the end of the week, if there's still like 5, 6, 7 people that have 0 medallions and they're just simply not playing at all, what I'm going to end up doing is just kind of removing those players and then just giving other people an opportunity to join into the clan. So if you do still want to join the clan, by all means, all you have to do is just comment on the video, let me know that you requested to join, and I will give you guys an opportunity to jump into the clan. So again, I really appreciate everybody who has commented and who has requested to join in. From here, what we're going to be doing is jump into a game. So I only have 500 medallions. I did the same thing a couple days ago. I risked all my medallions at the end, and I ended up playing against, I don't know if you guys know who White Mamba is. He's another YouTuber. I ended up playing against him on a horrible map, and it was one of those like restricted tower maps, so I'm just making excuses, but nonetheless, he did end up beating me. So we only have 500. Now, do I risk it all, like right off the bat, or do we just go White Wasteland? That's our question. Let's play it safe for one. I'm going to do one White Wasteland, then we'll jump into the lead dungeon here. So let me just get like one little warm-up game in. So yeah, I just did a recent video. Basically, it's just kind of like a tips and tricks video for a lot of newer players. So what I'm going to be doing here is kind of like a follow-up with that, and I'm just kind of going to be talking through my strategy when it comes to like picking my heroes or towers or whatever the case is. Castle Ruins, I do like this map. I think we're going to end up going... No, I guess we're just going to stick with Gwendolyn. So I'm going to pick a pretty simple strategy here. And what the strategy is going to be is I'm going to be rocking with the boomerang. Let's do... Normally, I might use the sub, but we're going to go with the village because this isn't the greatest sub map in the entire world. And then for our next one, let's go with the... Let's do ninja. All right, so here we are in game 1. Now, with this strategy, like I said, it's a pretty easy strategy. It works out really well. So... what you guys are going to want to do is have at least one tower plus your hero, just because you want to get your hero down, just so you can get the, just so you can get them to rank up as quickly as possible. But like I said, you're going to want to have at least one tower. So for me right now, it's going to be my boomerang. I'm going to set him right here. That is going to be good at just simply popping balloons. Okay, so you want this tower here to pretty much carry you for like as long as you possibly can. Now I'm actually going to set you to close. And then I'm going to switch hands on the boomerang. So we can get a nice little like circle around this little ring here. So yeah, my boomerang tower is going to be the one that essentially just carries me for all the way, pretty much all the way up to round 11. You could potentially maybe go a little bit beyond round 11 as well. And then I'm going to try to talk about my eco strategy here. Also, I know the boomerang is going to be able to carry me for quite a while. So if I know my defense is solid, I'm going to group eco. So right now I can either group eco with reds or I can group eco with blues. Okay, you want to group eco because this is going to raise your eco the fastest. And if your defense is solid, there's really no point to space ecoing. My opponent might be dead here, actually. Let me boost this. Let's see if we can just go for a nice easy win. Oh, he might survive. Looks like he's going to survive. He's got 14 lives left. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, essentially all you want to do is just group eco once your defense is set. Okay, so like I said, I know my defense is solid right now. I know Gwendolyn and Boomerang is going to be able to hold me over for quite a while. And so I'm going to start sending some group greens. Now, what I'm going to do here is I have to pay attention because I still need to get the glaive ricochet on my Boomerang. However, I'm not going to waste any money getting it right now because he's not sending me any balloons. So there's really like no point to wasting money and spending it on an upgrade if I don't need to. So he's going to start to send me blues. I know for a fact that the glaives and the red hot rangs can stop blues. However, if he starts to send me black balloons here, I'm going to want to make sure that I can get this glaive ricochet. So I'm actually going to slow up a little bit on my eco just in case. I'm going to go right back into blues just to make sure I have 1300 or close to. So just in case we do need to go for the glaive ricochet here, we can. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Essentially, all I'm doing is just, I'm only upgrading when I have to upgrade. and I'm making sure my defense is solid enough. And when my defense is solid, I'm going to group eco. Now, technically speaking, you want to be careful group ecoing the whole entire time. Like, for instance, right now I could technically be sending grouped yellows, right? But I don't really want to send grouped yellows just because I'm actually going to use Gwendolyn's firebomb here. I probably actually didn't need to do that. We might have been okay against the greens. Okay, so the balloons are starting to push, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get the Glaive Ricochet now, right? But again, all that allowed me to do was just essentially eco as much as possible. So typically what I like to do is right around round 8 or so here, I'm going to want to, I got to make sure I have camo detection. So probably I'm going to switch over into black eco now. So again, the space eco, so the single black balloon here, is going to still up my eco, but it's going to go a lot slower, which means I'm going to be able to save my money in general overall. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get my village down. I'll throw my village like right here, I think. We'll do something like that. Good. And then typically on round 10, so the black balloons turn into grouped black. I'm either going to send zebras to my opponent if I have the money for it, or I'm going to send red balloons if I'm still trying to save. So from here, he's going to send me zebras too. I think we're okay on this. Okay, good. I might have over-ecoed here. We might be in a pretty bad spot. So I'm going to let that camel go by. I'm going to go ahead and get the radar scanner now. Perfect. And then I want to send space rainbows here. Space rainbows on round 12 are like the most efficient balloon that you can send. I think we'll be okay with more glaives here. So yeah, like I was saying as well, the boomerang is a fantastic tower when it comes to just simply defending balloons. Like nothing crazy. It's not very good against ceramics, so I will... Oh, we ended up winning. Okay. It's not very good against ceramics, like I was saying. But overall, the boomerang is fantastic when it comes to just simply defending balloons. That is why I don't always use it, but I like to use the boomerang as my starting tower. We didn't get to use the ninja there, but the ninja was going to be for Moab defense. So let's see if we can maybe get into one more decent game here. All right, let's do a lead dungeon one this time. All right, so here we are. We are in our second game. So I'm going to do similar strategy. I ended up switching the boomerang for the tack shooter, just to kind of show you guys some other options here. So the tack shooter is another fantastic starting tower. Like the tack shooter is, in my opinion, I complain about it all the time. It's probably the best tower in the entire game, and it's one of the cheapest as well. So, you know, if you're having a hard time getting wins, take advantage of the tack shooter. Now, again, like I'm just going to sit here and grouped eco with the red balloons because for one, my opponent's not sending me anything, and there's just no point to, you know, wasting money and getting another tower down. So from here, let's do... I'm not sure where the best tack spot is on this map, though. I think it's like right here. But I want to make sure I can squeeze a village in here, too. So let me go ahead. I'm going to throw a tack shooter down like right here. Again, my opponent's still not sending me any balloons, so I'm just going to continuously grouped eco here. Once you get a little bit better, if you like pay attention to your opponent's side, you're going to be able to see when they upgrade certain towers. And right now, like I know my opponent wasted a lot of money upgrading to this cannon here, right? So if he's spending his money upgrading his towers, he's not going to have very much money to be ecoing me. So a lot of times, like, you're not going to expect a rush. Okay, so from here, actually what I'm going to do is I'm still not going to eco. I'm just going to use my level 3 ability with Gwendolyn, just so I can save up even a little bit more money. Probably not much of a point to do this. I probably didn't necessarily have to do this, and I'm not saving that much money. But again, the longer you can delay an upgrade safely, the more money that you're going to be able to make. So now I'm going to be able to switch over into my grouped greens. I'm going to switch into our blade shooter here. Not sure if I'm going to have to go for the faster shooting or not. It doesn't look like it. I think we should be okay for the time being. And then we're also going to be getting Gwendolyn's level 3 ability back. So even if my opponent starts to get aggressive and send, say, like black balloons on the next round once they become available, or even if he tries to send me a bunch of yellow balloons on round 7, I can still save money, and I can just use Gwendolyn's level 3 ability, because that's going to pop through pretty much every single balloon that gets sent out. And again, like I know I can see my opponent still upgrading his towers. He's upgrading them and deleting them for some reason. Do we need to go faster shooting here? Still doesn't look like we have to. So I'm just not going to spend it if I don't need it. Now from here, I'm going to actually start to send some yellow balloons. I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on my opponent here. I'm not going to send yellows for too long, though, because I have to be careful. Good, so I'm going to chill out now. I'm going to switch into black balloons. And then from here, I'm going to save up. We're going to go for our even faster shooting. Perfect. And he's just simply sending me blues. He has a balloon bot down, so he's probably not paying too much attention to like his eco. He probably just clicked on the blue balloon and is just kind of riding that out for as long as he can. But yeah, as you can see here, our eco is like amazing right now. Already over 700. And to be honest, we could probably go higher. It looks like his cannon's having a real hard time popping the black balloons. I actually don't necessarily want to kill him just yet. So let me like switch off. Let me go to... I'm gonna start to send... Oh, I can't send zebras because they're gonna turn into blacks. Let me send white balloons. Like I said, I don't necessarily want to kill him just yet. So I'm gonna give him a little break. If I continue to send black balloons, we would probably get the win. So we're coming up on round 10, on round 11. We're getting close. So what I can do here is I'm actually gonna get another axe shooter down. With this, I'm gonna do an overdrive. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna get my village ready. Can I squeeze both the blade shooters in here? It looks like it. Good, good. We need one more go around. We're gonna be able to get our radar scanner. I'm gonna bait this camo balloon. So I'm actually not even gonna... I'm not gonna get the radar scanner yet. I'm gonna let that camo balloon go by. I'm gonna see if my opponent notices. And I'm gonna see if I can get like... I'm gonna see if I can get him to send me a bunch of camo balloons. Because camo balloons are very expensive to send. Yep, so here he goes now. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Perfect. So essentially all I'm doing there is just forcing him to waste money. That's all I'm doing. And then honestly, what we can probably do is I can put some pressure on. Let's send some... I'm gonna send some pinks for a little bit. I'm actually gonna get another... Can I squeeze another attack shooter in here? I'm gonna use the fire bomb. I don't have any lead detection just yet, so I think my village is too close. Okay, so I'm gonna go for a top path attack now. We're gonna go for the ring of fire next as soon as I can. So I could very likely probably kill my opponent right now if I really wanted to, but I would like to at least maybe showcase the ninja a little bit. I mean, I really don't even need the ninja. I can just stack a bunch of these attack shooters down and I would be perfectly fine, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I'm going to wait for this ring of fire here. We're going to get one more go around and then I'm going to go for the ring of fire. We're going to be absolutely chilling. So with the ring of fire, I'm going to do more attacks with it as well. So if you have a ring of fire and if you have a, overdrive here, you're going to be able to pop every single balloon that comes through. As long as you have camo detection, you can pop every single balloon that comes through. We probably like don't even need our attack shooter here, but I'm going to save it just in case I need to maelstrom. So I'm not going to delete that just yet. Like I said, I could put some pressure on my opponent right now if I wanted to. I know for a fact he'd be able to stop a Moab, so I'm just not going to waste any money on it because he has the Moab Mauler here with the cannon. So it was just not really too much of a point to be, you know, sending things if I know he's going to defend it. But I also know I have a massive eco lead on him because he was not ecoing like at all in the beginning. Plus he was like placing towers and upgrading them super quickly. So I know we have more money than he does, like for a fact. I'm going to start to send some black balloons here again. He should be able to defend the black balloons here now. Like I said, we absolutely could have killed our opponent too in the early game by continuously sending the black balloons, but we let him live. We let him live. But we should be able to go for the kill here now. Let me switch on over into pink balloons too. Okay, so you might have a hard time against some of the ceramics here, actually. Ooh. Oh my gosh, dude. He was close. That was really close. Okay, so we upgraded to the cluster here. So again, he just spent even more money, you know, on the cluster bomb. Okay, so yeah, he defended the Moab, no problem. We defended the Moab, no problem. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to try to get a ninja down here. Let's get a ninja, and I'm going to go for a bottom path ninja. So we're going to do the sticky bomb. Actually, let me sell you. I want to get this ninja in range of our... I want the ninja to be in range of our village. And then for the village, might as well, I'm just going to go for the jungle drums just to make the attack speed a little bit quicker on my towers. So yeah, from here, I know I'm in a really good spot. I'll be honest with you. In a really good spot. My opponent is still ecoing, so I know he's not going to be rushing me anytime soon. If you ever notice that your opponent stops ecoing you, just prepare for a rush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop at about 2,600 here, and I think I'm just going to try to go for the kill on my opponent. So I don't want to let this go too late game. I don't want him to get too many towers down and get too comfortable, you know? I don't know why he deleted that. He deleted the cannon, and he put the exact same one down, and he just deleted it again. Yeah, you don't want to be constantly deleting and replacing your towers just because... you're going to be losing a lot of money that way. So I'm going to send him a fortified ZOMG here. Don't think he's going to be able to stop this. So I'm pretty sure we're probably going to have the win here. And again, the only reason that I'm able to do this and he's not, I mean, for one, he's still ecoing. I don't know why he's still ecoing. Oh, he might be able to hex this. If he hexes it, he's going to be in a decent spot. But he might have did it too early. So yeah, like I said, the only reason that I'm able to do that and he's not is because... you know, we played our early game way better than my opponent did. Like, way, way better. He's going to have no chance against this DOMG at all. He did finally stop ecoing, though, so... but yeah, he just simply doesn't have enough money to, you know, place more towers and simply defend it. So I think, too, let's just get, like, hyper-aggressive here. I'm just going to send a bunch of these. Just solidify our win. He has no chance. Good game, buddy. Good game. GG's, GG's. All right, so that's game number 2. Let's see if we can get one more. Let's see if we can get one more good one. One more good one. All right, we're gonna go Moab pit this time. Let's go for it. All right, boys. So here we are in our 3rd and final game. Now I'm gonna be rocking with Gwendolyn again. So slightly different strategy here. I ended up going back with the boomerang. However, can I fit him here? It doesn't look like I can. I'm not sure where the best spot's gonna be with the boomerang on this. Let me throw my boomerang, I think, like right here. I'm gonna try this. So yeah, I'm gonna try to talk you guys through my eco strategies here again as well. We're gonna go for our glaives. Okay, we might leak. We might not leak here. We might be okay. I wonder if let me see if I can set this to last. Like I said, I'm trying to get that perfect like throw around with my boomerang here. Okay, this looks to be doing pretty decent here. Good. So again, I can see my opponent's not pressuring me really in any way. Looks like he's gonna be rocking with the bomb. So he went for upgrades early on in the beginning. Like I said, you do not want to go for upgrades unless you absolutely have to, because he has no money to eco right now. And if you don't have any money to eco, you're just not gonna have any money at all for the later game rounds. Okay, so my opponent is gonna be farming, but still, even if you are farming, same thing applies. Like, you don't want to be upgrading your towers if you don't have to. And he even has a wizard down right now as well. You don't want to be putting extra towers down if you don't have to, because that's all money right there that could have went into his farm. Okay, so here I am gonna have to go for our ricochet. We might leak a couple lives here. I could firebomb that. Okay, so we leaked a few lives, which is perfectly fine. I just wasn't paying too much attention. Okay, so I want to set this back to first. Yeah, so again, I know my boomerang's gonna be straight chilling for a while here. So I'm just gonna eco as much as I can for the time being. And he's still really not pressuring me too much either. So another quick tip that I'm going to give you guys as well. Any of the space balloons here. So the yellow, pink, white, black. Obviously, like, the lower the balloon is down here, like, the stronger the balloon is going to be. So if you ever did want to put pressure on your opponent, and so say he was just chilling with one tower and he wasn't upgrading anything with that tower, what I would want to do is just send a bunch of like black balloons through or something, or whatever that bottom spaced balloon is. Just because these balloons are going to move a lot faster, and it's going to force him to upgrade. So you really only want to send a couple of them, force him to upgrade, and then go right back into the grouped ecoing, if, you know, that's a possibility. So again, hopefully that makes a little bit of sense there. Probably just going to, I'm going to group eco just for a little bit longer. Probably just going to stop right there. I don't want to over eco, because I think I'm going to want to go for I might go for the more glaives here. I'm not sure. I'm just going to slow up a little bit on eco, because I got to get my village down still as well, because I need my camo detection. Okay, so from here, I think I'm going to bait, and I'm going to see if he sends me a purple rush or not. Doesn't look like it, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw my village down. Let's get our radar scanner. I'm going to send some rain, but I'm just kind of waiting here. I'm waiting to see if he rushes me or not. If he rushes me, I'm going to probably have to go for the more glaives, but it doesn't look like he has any interest in rushing me, so I suppose that's a positive. Good, so I'm just going to chill then. So I'm not going to go for the more glaives if I don't have to, like I said. It can be worrisome, though, sometimes, if your opponent, like, isn't sending you anything, though, just because a lot of times that means they are going to rush you. Okay, so I'm going to start to play a little bit safe here. We're coming up on round 17, which the first Moabs can be sent through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cannon down. I'm going to go for a middle path, Moab Mauler, and then we're going to go for some bigger bombs here, too. So I might have, like, over-upgraded that or over-defended that. Probably didn't necessarily have to get that right off the jump. But like I said, I'm playing it a little safe here, just to kind of like demonstrate some of this stuff and show you guys. Good, so the Moabs are ready to be sent, so I'm going to see if my opponent sends me one here or not. I'm not sure if he's going to. We'll see. Like I said, I know I have more money than my opponent for sure. Even with him farming, his eco game is so bad right now. To be honest, what I can even do to keep some more pressure on him, I'm going to send him one Moab. I'm just going to see how he deals with this. Actually, he should be fine, because I think his Necromancer is going to be able to pop it all, so never mind. Might not have been the best send in the entire world. It might force a couple upgrades on his side, though. We'll see. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, we're still chilling in a pretty good spot. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start to send some pink balloons. Because I know pretty much for a fact I'm going to be able to defend quite a lot here, honestly. I'm actually going to clear this out of the way, too, just because we have some extra money. And I know round 19 gets a little hectic, so actually what I'm also going to do, I'm going to get another cannon here. I'm going to have this one help out with some balloon popping like capabilities, so I'm going to go for a cluster. Might have to firebomb this, maybe. Maybe not. No, we're okay. We're good. We're good. Yeah, so I know we'll be able to defend this with our Moab Mauler here. Like, I want to go for a defend, but I also don't want to lose this. Like, I could put some heavy pressure on my opponent here. But I think I'm just going to chill out on the eco. I'm going to stop at 2,300. I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to send him a ZOMG again, a fortified one. I don't think he's going to be able to defend that. These fortified ceramics are really pushing here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a boomerang down. We're going to throw him like right here. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to necessarily need this, but we're going to go for a turbocharge. I know the boomerang's going to be fantastic at this turbocharge here. Good, good. And then what I can even do now is just use Gwendolyn's ability. Oh, we didn't die, did we? Ooh, that was close though. All right, so now I don't need this boomerang here anymore, so I'm just going to delete him. And then I think I'm just going to keep the pressure on my opponent and just send a bunch more Moabs again. I'm also going to Bloon boost this. Okay, so I might have over-defended there. Yeah, he's not going to have any chance against this ZOMG, though. Just none at all. He's going to try to Bloon boost, but he's not going to have any chance. Again, the only reason I'm allowed, or I'm able to send all of this stuff, I mean, for one, he barely ecoed at all, and two, like, he didn't even sell his farms. Like, if you get rushed like crazy, like, you got to sell the farms. Like, he could have easily sold those farms and went for like a Moab Mauler or something and did a much better job in terms of defending that, but he was just greedy and he didn't. So all right, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna keep the video there. Hopefully that kind of helps you guys out a little bit in terms of like the early game. Again, the biggest things that I always think about in my head, I need one tower that is going to carry me till round 11 and just simply popping balloons. Two, it is going to be my camo detection. So in this video here, I use the village. And then three, something that's just going to help against Moabs, right? So I ended up going with the cannon in this one, and then we used the ninja in the first two games. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. If you guys have questions about anything, just feel free to leave it in the comments down below. If there's anything else that you guys are struggling with, leave that in the comments down below as well. And as always, if you guys liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys really liked it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.